Alrighty, we're going to summon a juicy abomination, and the skill points for the abomination are as such, just as described in the guide, with 1 point reserved for Age of Undeath. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the thing, maybe to conceal the fact that I cannot provide the commentary in English and do the thing at the same time, which is quite shameful, but oh well. So here we grab all the obvious points, and we're going to leave this summon skeleton skill tree as it is until we're done with the entire channeling process, which is again explained in the guide. I'll go ahead and summon our 4 skeleton mages. This 1, 2, the original 1, that's 3. And we'll pop 1 last point into Death Knights, which summons the 4th one. Oh, and we get 2 additional skill points here because of the Now's Tooth, but that's unimportant. So now we can safely despec summon Skelly Mage. We'll utilize aberroth's Will to summon 4 golems of 4 different types. So this is the first type. We'll get to despec. The reason why we despec here is because the skill points is actually quite tight. Alright, the second type, again, despec a little bit. Now, this next step involves a little bit of RNG to summon 2 mini golems, and they don't necessarily have to be of 2 different types. Let's see. Alright, always lucky. Yeah, when it happens that they aren't of the same type, we just sacrifice them and repeat this process. I think it is Henrik who's got a method of summoning the 4 golems that does not involve RNG, which I guess you can check his channel for it. I'm just a believer of my luck. So now we cannot quite despec the golem skill yet, right? We have to equip the placeholder armor. It does not necessarily have to be this Core of the Mountain. In fact, for optimal minion health purposes, I'm pretty sure it isn't Core of the Mountain. That's the best one. Anyway, we're going to summon our 3 types of Skelly now, and then we can equip aberroth's back. Now we can despec the golem skill. All right, so these are, I guess, along with this with the crab, which is press evade to summon. Yeah, I prefer this purple crab. Okay, so these are our permanent minions. No pressure up until this point. Now, from the next minion onwards, they will start decaying, so we'll have to be a bit quicker. What we're going to do is that we're going to spec into summon Zombo. So this line is for 1 corpse parasite, and this line is for slow decay. All right, so let's put the Zombo here. I'm going to put Marishals here because I've also 1 point into the Revenant node. So yeah, that's the whole reason why I have this current health lost gloves equipped, because I have otherwise a bit too much health regen to reliably proc Revenant, at least speedy enough. All right, so we're going to summon the Revenant and the Zombo, hopefully basically at the same time, and then we're going to replace this with, what's that called? Summon Wraith, I think. Yeah, Summon Wraith. We're going to replace this with the abomination itself. We're going to despec the Zombo. We're going to spec into Summon Wraith, grab the nodes that reduces its health decay speed, and also the node that holds it in place. Right, I want to hold it in place because even with the health decay reduction node, it still decays fairly quickly. So we want to make sure that those wraiths do not move around, and they are in fact one of the first minions absorbed by our Skelly, but not the very first. That's going to have to be Wraith Lord for obvious reasons. And once we have spec'd into Summon Wraith, we're going to press the A key, drag all our either permanent or slowly decaying minions to the left side. We're going to move around a little bit and hopefully quickly summon some vines with Terrace Path. Once we have, let's say, 3 vines going, we can summon an abomination on top of it. It'll only absorb 1 vine, which is totally fine. Then yeah, that abomination itself and the vanguards upon its death is going to also provide 2 additional types. So once we have that, we're going to summon the hopefully 3 types of wraiths in a timely manner with help of these idols. I found 2 nice ones that approximates the 1/3 probability quite nicely. Once we have that, we're going to replace our placeholder helmet with the actual Wraith Lord's Harbor, which not only gives us an additional type in Wraith Lord, but also the 13 medium melee flat damage is optimal in the helmet slot. So we equip that. We're going to tap the Summon Wraith button again. That's going to summon the Wraith Lord. Now we have to be quick. We have to immediately channel our Abomination on top of it so that it does not get its... Why did I open this page? It does not get its first cast of minion sacrifice off. Then once we're doing that, we're going to replace, as we're channeling our relic, with this Melvin's Writ. Is that how you say its name? I've never said this name before. Anyway, we're going to replace it with this. And yeah, the crossbow mercenaries, it comes sometimes pretty late. There's a bit of a delay, but our channeling process is long enough that if we equip this quickly enough, the crossbow mercenary will appear before we're done channeling. So that's one additional type. And as we're almost done channeling, I'm going to press the potion button to summon a couple of bees. Bees are very cute in this game, at least. Yeah, those bees will be absorbed too. The reason why I won't do it too early in the process because, well, it's because the bees disappears rather quickly too. So yeah, if I do it too early, it can be inconsistent. Then yeah, once we're done with that, we're going to replace all our non-optimal items for Abomination damage purposes with optimal ones. I guess not optimal because my gear is not the best, but with better ones. And once we're done with that, since we have re-added 5 points to summon Abomination, we're going to put those 4 missing points back in, and yeah, put the final point into Age of Undeath before we switch zones and get ourselves a non-decaying Abomination. So yeah, hopefully everything works out as described. Otherwise I have to re-record this, which is a shame. All right, let's try that. Moving these minions away a little bit to make sure that the vines absorb properly, and I pop the bee potion. And now we're done channeling, and we equip everything we'd like to equip. So like this, and equip these, and then we pop the points back in to make sure to grab the Age of Undeath. You can see that this is decaying now, but once we switch zones, it should be all good. So just making sure that everything is in place. Yeah, seems everything's in order. I'm going to switch zones. Let's say we go to Spirits of Fire. Whoop. Please tell me I remember to click record. Please tell me I did. Right, so now over here you'll see that the Abomination is no longer degenerating. Now the Age of Undeath condition is that we cannot decrease our maximum skelly count, otherwise it will start degenerating again. But with AA rounds equipped, our skelly count is fixed at 0, so we can safely despec these. Yeah, it won't start degenerating. So yeah, once we've got this set up, I guess I'll cut the recording now and show you the next stage, which is my English, which is how to get a juicy Dread Shade buffed by Lich of Scorn on top of our Abomination. All right. Alrighty, this is the next stage. You'll see that I have equipped a lot of intelligence gears here, in particular a pair of Juros star dials with int slammed on it. So the idea here is that I'm going to summon, well, I've already summoned 4 Skelly Mages. I'm going to summon 6 more volatile zombies, and I'm going to pop 10 copies of Infernal Shades on top of them. Then I'm going to jump, and once, the jump gives me an extra bit of intelligence, I'm going to pop a juiced up Dreadshade right on top of my Abomination, and hopefully I do not choke it. Well, you also see that I have leveled up some skills here. I've de-specced Abomination, I have some of the previous big Abomination and then de-specced, leveled up some skills. Once I have popped a big Dreadshade and an Infernal Shade on top of my current Abomination, I'm going to de-spec these to grab Transplant and Rip Blood, which don't need that many skill points to begin with to be effective, as opposed to these 3. The 15 and above skill points for these 3 actually still help a little. I guess not for Harvest, but well. Now, once I do that, I'm going to jump into the Threshold of Eternity and try to see how we fare against Uber Aberroth. With all that being said, you'll see that I've already pre-stacked some stacks of Harvest. This ideally should be 13, but I couldn't quite bother. kept going over 13. That's why I settled with 12. All right. So yeah, one additional bit of superfluous thing you can do is that once you have got an ideal Dreadshade on top of your Abomination, you can unequip basically all your gears that give you intelligence. I think Zeka does this, in fact, with a cleaver solution, which drops your intelligence even more despite your passive tree investments. And with an intelligence score as low as possible, you are going to put that Infernal Shade on top of your Abomination, which even when ramped up, it's not going to tick for that much. That primarily only makes sense for a Lone Watcher Dreadshade here for maximum DPS. I was using Lone Watcher to level these skills up, but then I de-specced it and put the additional points into Pernicious Pact and Doomed Wrath. Well, for this setup, we need this damned node is unnecessary, but for this setup, otherwise we need 21 points, which is I opted to grab Trader's Tongue for that extra skill points. All right, let's get to it. Am I recording? Okay, I'm recording. Okay. Let's see, let's not choke it. Jump and Dreadshade. Did I get it on the right guy? I don't think I did. All right, yeah. Once you jump, the models tend to collapse on top of each other, which can lead to this happening. Let's try again, and maybe not choke it this time. All right. Why do I only have 9 copies? Have I got it? Okay, 10 copies and got it on the right guy this time. Yeah, the poison is ticking, so I'm going to equip all my tanky gear. So this goes here, this goes here, this should be right. Then I'm going to put a Infernal Shade on top of it. Now I'm going to go to D-Spec, grab Transplant here. All right, and I'm going to D-Spec the Dreadshade 2 and grab Rip Blood. Okay, and let's see how we fare. This here, this way, like the Bone Shake here. Now let's play like this. Threshold of Eternity. All right, please don't choke this. Remember to move away from the beam so that frailty does not get stacked on top of the Abomination. Yeah, let's do it. Come on. And I choked it. Despite choking, it still went kind of okay. At some point, you saw that we had 11 frailty stacks right on top of the Abomination. Oh, wow, if not for that, this could have been smoother. But it sort of went okay. Yeah, so that's how Abomination Snapshotting works. I'm going to end the recording, quickly level this Abomination back up again before it dies to its own ticking. So yeah, around skill to put some points here. Does not matter. Anything I would like to pick up? Anything one, this thing, maybe this thing, maybe this thing. Maybe this thing. All right.